In the vast sweeping landscapes of Canada's prairies, a name stands tall among the pioneers who tamed the land and built the foundations of Alberta's agricultural economy. John Ware. A black cowboy of legendary status, Ware was more than just a skilled rancher. He was a symbol of courage, perseverance, and resilience in the face of racial discrimination. His story, though often overlooked in mainstream history, is one of triumph, tenacity, and an unyielding spirit that left a mark on Canada's western frontier. Ware's legacy is a testament to the underrepresented contributions of black pioneers who helped shape the identity of the region, breaking barriers and inspiring future generations to challenge social injustices. His influence transcends time, making him an icon of perseverance in the face of systemic adversity. The arrival of a trailblazer. John Ware was part of a small but significant wave of free black men and women who immigrated from the United States, seeking new opportunities in Canada. Though born into slavery around 1850 in South Carolina, Ware found his freedom after the American Civil War and ventured westward, drawn by the promise of work and land. His journey ultimately led him to the Canadian prairies, where he became a foundational figure in Alberta's ranching industry. As he navigated a newly found freedom, he quickly adapted to the physically demanding lifestyle of the West, developing the skills and expertise that would make him a legend. His path was not without hardship. Racism and prejudice were rampant, yet Ware defied the odds, demonstrating unparalleled skill and strength that earned him admiration among his peers. In 1882, Ware was hired to help drive 3,000 head of cattle northward from the United States to Sir Hugh Allen's Northwest Cattle Company, located in the foothills southwest of Calgary. This was one of the first major cattle drives to establish Alberta as a hub for ranching, and Ware's contributions were instrumental in shaping what would later become the province's thriving agricultural sector. The massive drive, fraught with treacherous weather conditions and unpredictable wildlife, tested even the most seasoned ranchers. Ware not only met but exceeded expectations, showcasing his natural talent for handling cattle. His resilience during this perilous journey solidified his reputation as an extraordinary cowboy, one who would set the standard for others in the industry. A cowboy of exceptional skill, John Ware's reputation as a cowboy was legendary. He was renowned for his exceptional ability to train horses, his physical strength, and his deep understanding of cattle ranching. His peers, regardless of race, recognized his prowess and respected him as one of the best horsemen in the region. Ware's ability to break and train even the most stubborn horses set him apart, earning him admiration in an industry that valued skill over background. Stories of his remarkable strength and dexterity with horses spread quickly. It was said he could ride the wildest stallions with ease and command entire herds with an uncanny sense of leadership. These traits not only made him indispensable in the ranching community, but also showcased the critical role black cowboys played in the Canadian West, defying the whitewashed Hollywood depictions of cowboy culture. In an era when cowboy culture was largely perceived as a white domain, Ware defied stereotypes and carved out a name for himself as one of the finest ranchers in the West. His story challenges the Hollywood image of the cowboy and reminds us that black cowboys played an essential role in shaping the western frontier. His abilities and fearlessness set a precedent, demonstrating that skill and determination were far greater measures of a cowboy's worth than the color of his skin. Ware became a mentor to many, training young ranchers and passing down knowledge that would help shape future generations of cowboys and horse trainers. His legacy remains a crucial reminder that diversity has always been a part of the frontier experience. Facing discrimination in a new land. Though Canada offered opportunities for free black settlers, racism and discrimination were still prevalent. Despite his contributions to the ranching industry, Ware faced barriers that white settlers did not. Historical accounts suggest that he was often refused entry to establishments in Calgary simply because of his race. He also encountered discrimination when attempting to purchase land, often being charged double what white ranchers were required to pay. These blatant injustices reflected the struggles that many black settlers face in their pursuit of a new life in Canada, revealing the harsh realities of an era that, while offering opportunities, still upheld racial inequalities. Despite these obstacles, Ware remained undeterred. He purchased land and built a successful ranching operation, proving that hard work and determination could triumph over systemic racism. His legacy is a testament to the resilience of black pioneers who, despite facing significant hardships, contributed immensely to the development of Canada's West. Ware's unwavering dedication to his craft and his ability to navigate an unjust system highlight the remarkable tenacity that allowed him to create a lasting impact. His story serves as a powerful reminder that progress is often made by those who refuse to be defined by the limitations imposed upon them. The Fogo family and the legacy of Black pioneers. For filmmaker Cheryl Fogo and her brother Richard, John Ware's story is more than just history, it is a deeply personal connection to their own heritage. Growing up in Calgary in the 1960s, the Fogo siblings were descendants of Black pioneers who settled in Alberta and Saskatchewan decades after Ware had made his name. Their personal journey of discovery unearthed hidden truths about the struggles and triumphs of Black pioneers in Canada, motivating them to share these narratives with a broader audience. As children, Cheryl and Richard created their own fantasy world, one where they play pioneers and cowboys, unknowingly reliving the stories of their ancestors. Their kitchen table became a wagon, their chairs transformed into horses, and they embarked on imaginary adventures that mirrored the real-life experiences of those who came before them. These childhood games, though innocent in nature, were rooted in a deeper truth, the longing to see themselves reflected in the history they loved. As Cheryl grew older, she realized how absent these figures were from mainstream historical accounts, and became determined to bring these hidden stories to light. Yet Cheryl recalls that the cowboy stories they encountered in mainstream culture were overwhelmingly white, leaving little room for figures like John Ware. This erasure of Black contributions to Canada's history is something she has since worked to correct through her films and storytelling. By reclaiming these narratives, Fogo has helped to restore Ware's rightful place in history, ensuring that future generations recognize the full breadth of Canada's multicultural past. Her work underscores the importance of representation and the necessity of challenging historical omissions that diminish the contributions of marginalized communities. John Ware's enduring legacy. Despite the challenges he faced, John Ware's legacy endures through numerous recognitions, highlighting his contributions to Alberta's ranching industry and his perseverance against adversity. Born into slavery in South Carolina in 1845, Ware defied the odds to become one of Canada's most respected Black cowboys. Arriving in Alberta in the 1880s as part of a cattle drive, he quickly gained a reputation for his exceptional horsemanship and work ethic. Settling in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, he played a key role in shaping Alberta's ranching culture, breaking wild horses, herding cattle, and introducing innovative techniques. Despite widespread racial prejudice, Ware's strength, skill, and kindness earned him the respect of fellow ranchers, paving the way for future Black Canadians in the industry. To honor his contributions, several landmarks bear his name, ensuring his influence remains deeply embedded in Canadian history. John Moore School in Calgary teaches young students about his resilience and pioneering spirit, while John Ware Ridge and Two Creeks stand as geographical tributes. In 2012, his face was immortalized on a Canadian postage stamp, a rare honor recognizing his role in shaping Canada's Western heritage. His story continues to be celebrated in books, films, and rodeo culture, with John Ware's Cow Country by Grant Mace I preserving his legacy. These recognitions ensure Ware's name inspires those who seek to overcome barriers and leave a lasting mark on their communities. More than just a cowboy, he embodied the spirit of the Canadian West, determined, courageous, and unyielding. His story is a testament to resilience and hope, proving that true greatness comes from character, skill, and an unbreakable spirit. Today, he remains an enduring symbol of perseverance, reminding us that one's origins do not define their destiny. What truly matters is the legacy they leave behind. That's all for today's video. If you found John Ware's story inspiring, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an incredible story from history. Let us know in the comments what you think about John Ware's legacy and which forgotten heroes you'd love to see featured next.